Hey guys, here to talk about Zootopia, and I loved it. I recommend this movie a lot. The creators of this movie also created Tangled, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, and Big Hero 6. So if you love those movies, you're definitely gonna love this one. And to be honest, I feel like this is my most favorite movie out of the five movies. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this movie ever since I saw the teaser trailer that came out last year, and I've seen the Sloth trailer so many times, and I finally watched the movie, and it did not disappoint. What got me excited for the movie is its art design. The art style reminds me so much of Robin Hood, which is one of my favorite Disney movies, and seeing a CGI version of that same art style made me so happy. It's nice to see Disney making another movie with anthropomorphic animals. The movie is not like Tangled or Frozen. There are no musical segments, but there is a song, and it is sung by Shakira. And to be honest, to me, it's a good song. But if you're not a fan of Shakira, you're not gonna like this song. This movie is actually more like Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6 when you're immersed in this amazing world and you want to explore it. To me, Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero 6 felt restrictive in how much of the world they're showing, so I was blown away by the city of Zootopia. I love this world. Not only do we see a metropolis filled with animals, we get to see other areas like the tundra where the polar bears have their business, the desert where the camels in shorts are running, and the rainforest. Oh my god, the rainforest! The rainforest is beautiful. It's well rendered, it looks so realistic, the lighting is great, the water simulation is amazing. I love seeing the raindrops on the leaves. The tree houses look so good. It's one of the most beautiful environments I've seen in a movie. I love that the city of Zootopia has so much detail. One of my favorite scenes take place in a part of Zootopia called Rodentia. It's a small section of the city whose residents are all rodents. Mice, rats, gerbils, hamsters, and lemmings. So because of that, even an animal like a tiny bunny is basically Godzilla in this district. Judy Hopps towers over all the residents, and she is strong enough to move buildings and can climb them. Even though this scene is short, seeing Judy Hopps jumping all over the place trying to take down a weasel was a lot of fun. In fact, when Judy Hopps was tackling the weasel on top of the subway train, it kind of reminds me of the Doc Ock fight scene in Spider-Man 2. Just imagine a bunny and a weasel the size of a kaiju, though. Even though the metropolis looks like a regular city but filled with animals, there are some subtle touches, like a Jamba Juice stand that caters to giraffes, a Target for mice, trains with different cars for different sized animals, an ice cream store that's run by elephants who are not wearing trunk gloves. Oh, I love that. A limo service owned by a mice mafia. Oh my god, I just love all the details in this movie. The world of Zootopia is amazing, and I'm so happy that they showed a lot of it. It's like going to the different sections of Disney World and exploring it all in one day. I felt exhausted by the end, but it was still great exploring all of it. If there is a sequel, I can't wait to go back to Zootopia. But enough talking about the city, let's talk about the characters. Jennifer Goodwin plays Judy Hopps, a rookie cop who is the first bunny cop and is the shortest buddy cop in the force. The movie is not just a buddy cop movie though, but also an underdog movie. Because Judy is a bunny, everyone believes that she's not qualified to be a cop. They always shut her down, telling her she's not good enough, that she should quit and go back to being a farmer. Heck, even her parents want her to be a farmer, along with her 250 brothers and sisters. So she wants to prove everyone wrong. I love how optimistic she is. She never wants to give up, and even when the going gets tough, she still tries her best. I love Judy. I rooted for her all the way. Even when she is giving parking tickets, I still want her to succeed. Her facial animations are adorable, especially when she gets annoyed or irritated. Her ear animations were fantastic. And she kicks butt. She kind of reminds me of Kate Catanzaro. She's very short, but that doesn't stop her. She couldn't pass the obstacles in Police Academy at first, but she manages to surpass everyone, even kicking a rhino's butt in boxing. Because she's very agile and jumps around a lot, her chase scenes were fun to watch. Jason Bateman voices Nick Wilde. Perfect casting. Jason Bateman as a Sly Fox? Perfect. Sure, he doesn't show up until the 15-20 minute mark, but once he shows up, the movie's even more fun. I love that Nick is a con man. Or should I say Con Fox? Whatever. Seeing him hustle Judy so she paid for his mischievous deeds and he'd profit from it was hilarious. I didn't expect to see a fox making $200 a day by selling popsicles to lemmings who work at a bank. But it was even more hilarious when Judy hustled Nick into helping her because he never paid taxes and he made a false report which could send him to jail. Who knew there would be a talk about tax evasion in a kids movie? Their partnership is great, they work well together. Even though they don't trust each other at first, they will get along and set their differences aside for the greater good. After all, it is a buddy cop movie. And yeah, it is a stereotypical buddy cop movie. You have two people who hate each other at first, but they start becoming friends. Then they get separated over an issue. Then they come back together in order to save the day. If you're sick of that cliche, then you might like this movie a little less. But I like that they give backstories to these two characters. You see their childhoods and how they were brought up. Nick's childhood was particularly sad, and people can relate, especially to people who were bullied. Seeing the characters interact with each other is great, and the side characters were good too. Idris Elba plays Chief Bogo, who is a wildebeest, and he plays a stereotypical tough chief who's hard on the main character, but is a good person. I mean animal. Clawhauser is a fat bobcat who reminds me of Jonah Hill, who can be annoying, but his scenes are short, and there were some funny moments with him. Bellwether is a sheep, and I love her as well. Oh my god, the voice actress did a great job. And she works for Mayor Lionheart, who is voiced by J.K. Simmons. I did not know J.K. Simmons would be in this movie. Seriously, I just saw him recently in Kung Fu Panda 3. I didn't even know he was going to be in this. So probably that's why he doesn't have that many scenes in this. And that's kind of a disappointment. Judy's parents are a riot, and the mother is actually voiced by Bonnie Hunt. And yeah, it's great to see her again in this, even for a small cameo. And Flash the Sloth is pretty funny, even though you saw almost the entire scene in the trailer. Gazelle, who is voiced by Shakira, has probably the weirdest design choice. Sure, I can understand that why she's designed like that. Pop stars nowadays wear clothing like that, heck, even more revealing. But compared to all the other animals in this movie, she is the only one that's drawn sexy. Like, she actually has breasts, and there's a close-up butt shot of her, and she was shaking her butt. If people had a problem with Lola Bunny in Space Jam, then they're probably going to have a problem with Gazelle. But that's just a minor nitpick to me. If you've seen the trailer, then you know the basic story. Judy wants to find the 14 missing animals that gone savage for some reason, so she made a deal with Chief Bogo that she will find a missing otter within 48 hours, otherwise she will resign from the police force. So she got Nick Wilde to help since he's a witness, so the two have to solve the case by using each other's skills. Nick can talk his way into things and use his street smarts and knowledge of Zootopia and its residents, while Judy uses her police training and agility. I'm not going to spoil anything about this movie, but I was a bit disappointed when the villain is revealed. If you've seen Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, and Big Hero 6, then you know about the cliche where there's someone who's not who they seem to be. So I figured out who the villain is halfway through the movie. I wouldn't say it's the fault of the writing, because the villain was still good and I understood the motivation, but I felt like I've seen it coming. However, what shocked me the most about the movie is that it's about race. I didn't think that the movie would go Pleasantville on me. The movie reminds me of B-movie a bit, where you think it's this one issue, then 3/4 of the way in, it turns out to be something else entirely. Because it's only predators that are becoming savage, soon the animals start treating each other different, everyone's judging each other by how they look, and they don't care about the animals they are now. I didn't expect this movie to tackle on this issue, but bravo Disney, bravo. So this movie was very good. I had a few nitpicks, but that didn't bring the movie down. It's fantastic. I love the characters and the world. The movie isn't a laugh-out-loud comedy, but there were some hilarious jokes and I love the gags. Like in Bunnytown, where the population rapidly increases because the bunnies are having lots and lots of babies. So I do recommend this movie a lot, and I will get it on Blu-ray. So that's how I feel about Zootopia, guys. Write down in the comments below if you've seen the movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later, and thank you for watching.